Connect stream. Why did it say that? Alrighty, folks. Sorry about that. Hi, guys. How goes it, everybody? Hi, Bryce. Hi, Klepto. Welcome on in, Jason and the Masonator. Hi, but you're also in my ear. Hello. And
I am. Hello.
Kalman? Is that how you say your name? It reminds me of Digimon, and I love that. Just saying. But welcome on in, guys. Woohoo! We're gonna probably have some more folks rolling in here in a minute. Guys, oh, Mel, you know
You're always welcome, Mel.
You know I use guys as a gender neutral term. Hello from Brazil, what? That's awesome, friend. Wait a second. Are you Piri? Is that Piri?
I think it might be.
Oh, that's awesome! Well, welcome on in, guys who are both new, and it is Piri! Yay!
Alright.
That's awesome! Hello from the other side, indeed. Yeah, Piri hype for sure. For those of you who don't know, Piri is my #1 panda. Yeah. That is actually true. He was my very first panda. But yeah, so welcome on in, everybody, those who are both new and who have been here before. For those of you who do not know me, my name is the PuppyPokéTrainer. You can also call me Ash Ryan. That is perfectly fine. I do lots of Pokemon content here on the channel. I also do other stuff like Fire Emblem and basically other video games. However, we've been doing something here lately that is a little different. We've been working through some games that are through NFTs and all that sort of stuff on the Wax blockchain, which we'll be talking about for the vast majority of the stream. So, yeah. Before we get started, anything else that you want to add to that, Masonator? Well, I guess I could say this. #1, we have my favorite person in the world, my fiance in the call. This is Masonator. Say hi.
Hey, guys. and Mel.
And Mel. Why is this the first time I'm hearing of it? Oh, hush, Mel. Oh, goodness. But yeah. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions throughout the stream, feel free to ask. You know, that's perfectly fine. So, yeah. Shall we get started then, my good sir? Ha ha ha. Oh, Klepto, your thing is back, by the way. Masonator is a bit quiet. Do you mean over the music or just in general? Because he's maxed out for me. Talk for me.
Hi, hi, hi.
Also, hi, Kev. Which thing was that? Exclamation point, hi. Okay, he's saying in general. Well, I cannot raise him up anymore, unfortunately.
Should I just scream the whole time, Kevin?
Masonator's fine on your end? Okay, maybe it's just Kevin then.
You can't prove that, Klepto.
Alrighty, are we ready, sir?
I'm ready if you are.
Alrighty.
I don't know. Does anybody know if anybody's late and wanting to make it, or do we have everyone?
I don't know. Kirsten, hi friend. We got a ton of mods tonight. Thank you guys so much for hopping in here. Kevin, have you put your ears on today? Oh my gosh, Mel. Alright. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna come... We'll start on the NFT Panda page, but just because I like that. and I like all the colors and stuff. And you made a good point. I'm in my car and it's coming through my radio. Yep. Gorsh? No, not Goofy. We'll get back to Disney trivia another day, Mel. Yeah, Kirsten, Masonator's in the call. Okay.
I think we're ready then.
Then let's hop on in. Where shall we start first, my good sir?
Okay, well, I'm assuming that everybody here has an email that they can use for this, because you'll need that to set up a Wax Cloud wallet.
Okay, and how do we go about setting that up?
Well, you can just use any email provider if you do not have an email. You know, Yahoo, Gmail, AOL if that still exists.
I don't know. I had a Bell South email for a long time that somehow got incorporated into AT&T and then into Yahoo, and then it was just a big mess. But I actually created a brand new email just to use for this. So, yeah. So this is my empty email.
Oh. We're going to want to go to wallet.wax.io.
Wallet.wax.io. Boop. Yep. Okay, it is logging me in on my account, so what I'm gonna do is log out. That'll mess me up later, but it's fine. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna use my brand new email. Actually, we need to go to sign up for account. I'm sorry.
Yes, you want to hit sign up for account.
It's under where it says login at the bottom. My screen gets cut off a little bit, but that's okay. So PuppyPack@yahoo.com is my new email. And we're just gonna go... I'm just gonna use the suggested password. And we're gonna sign up. Okay, this is interesting. I have to slide the puzzle piece.
Yeah, sometimes they get a little...
I have not seen that. Oh, slide to... Okay, okay. I see how to work this. I'm a goofball. It's fine.
I know. That is a weird one.
I've never seen it. Please check your email to proceed. Okay. So, might have to refresh my email. Okay, looks like we got two different ones. We'll do the second one. Go away with that. Okay. Activate your account. Yes, I'm a donut klepto. You're gonna get to use your catchphrase tonight. Aren't you excited? Okay, we need to use the Puppy Pack Ash, and we are going to log in. Accept the terms that you have read and agreed to Wax terms of use and are at least 18. That is part of it. You have to be 18. Oh my gosh, Mel. NFT Panda is awesome. Thanks to teach all those new players. Of course, friend. That's something that we've enjoyed in this whole process of kind of learning about it ourselves. Like, this is a very interesting topic in general, and we've just enjoyed learning more and more about it to the point where we could help and teach other people. So after that, we're gonna accept and continue. Logging in. Okay.
So.
Oh, I hate this wax address. I hate this wax address.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, they can be not that great. But to those of you following along at home, congratulations. You now have a free Wax wallet. So this is your interface to the Wax blockchain, and this is kind of where you handle all of your specific stuff. So let's go over a couple basics. So do you want to click on the resources
right here
tab there? Yep. So we're gonna see a couple of things. Mostly because it's a brand new account, it'll look a little weird. But the leftmost one is
strange.
It does. The leftmost one is your CPU usage. And what that means is, on Wax, instead of having transaction fees where you have to pay somebody to process your transaction every time, and on Ethereum it can get, you know,
super
well over
expensive.
to $10-15 a transaction.
Yeah.
Wax doesn't have those. So they allocate their processing power through a proof of stake system. And
Okay, and what
all
is
you
that?
have to do,
What is a proof
all
of
you have
stake
to do-
system?
all you have to do is you're just staking your wax tokens, which means you're just locking up the tokens for however long you want. You can unstake it at any time. There's just a 3-day waiting period to get it back. And then you're allocated a portion of the processing power available on the network at any one time. As you're processing transactions, so you're sending your pandas out to adventures, you're upgrading, you're ranking them up, doing all that good stuff, it uses up processing power. So if you've maxed out your processing power, you have a few choices. You can just wait until your usage cools down, or you can wait until there's less stress on the network. If you're playing at a prime time, wait a couple hours when other people have gone to sleep, and then there won't be as much stress on the network and more processing power available. Otherwise, you can always stake more wax, and that'll get you more processing power. Net is similar. It's basically just reserving your place on the network. You generally don't run into issues with it.
I
It's
think
not something to worry about.
I've been working on the blockchain since about late April of last year, and I have never gotten over like 7% net. Ever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then RAM is your storage on the blockchain. That's if you're storing your NFTs or other things on there. So that, since it's a fixed number, you have to buy it on the open market, but you can always sell it if you're not using it at a later point.
Oh, I didn't actually realize that.
Yep.
I knew you could buy, obviously, because I've done it, but I did not know you could actually get it back by selling it. I did not know that.
It's the reverse of buying.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Angie. Welcome on in, friend. Okay, so before we go any further, that was a lot of information in a small little block of space. Does anybody have any big questions or anything that needs to be repeated before we move on? Because we're going to show you guys like how to buy the CPU and all that stuff once we get some wax moving.
Yeah. The big thing is, as you're doing this, if you run into an error saying that you don't have enough RAM or your CPU is too high, it has nothing to do with your computer or your phone.
No.
So don't be like my mom and start deleting stuff on your phone to make up
Did
room
she
for the
really?
RAM. Yes, she did.
Oh no!
And I hope she's not watching right now.
Oh goodness. No, but that's honestly a good thing to know, because I would have thought the exact same thing had you not told me, I think, ahead of time that was going to be an issue, you know? And that it wasn't, then that it wasn't, you know, something wrong with me or my phone or my computer or whatever. And by the way, almost every single one of these games that we're going to talk about can be played on mobile. Now, you might run into a couple of issues with pop-ups, especially with iPhone users using Safari. I will warn you guys, I'm an iPhone user too. I use Safari. It's a pain in the patootie. And it's only because Safari has a natural pop-up blocker, and you're gonna have to have pop-ups be available. Okay? So that is a little tricky to try to figure out how to actually combat that. But once you get it set up, you'll never have to worry about it again. Which is good. You will have to forever hit, yes, allow the pop-up, but it's better than not being able to do it on your phone at all. Okay, nobody's asked any questions yet, so do we want to move on to our next piece of this puzzle?
Yes. Do you want to do you want to read out loud the wax wallet?
Okay. I am not entirely sure. Give me 1 second. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to... Okay, it is the number 1. Okay. So it's the number 1, K, as in Kevin, dot, K, as in Kevin, S as in Scott, dot, C, dot, wham.
Okay, perfect.
And one thing that you guys will definitely need to be very careful about is your wax wallet. Like the name of it. Because if you're ever like buying and selling stuff or sending things to and from one account to another, be it like, hey, Masonator sending you something, like he's sending you a panda or something like that, or vice versa. You need to make sure that your wax wallet is actually typed into wherever, exactly how it's written right here. Otherwise, you could be sending it to somebody else and you may never get it back.
Yeah. Transactions on the blockchain are non-reversible, so
Nope.
you're just relying on goodwill of whoever you accidentally sent it to.
If that account even exists.
If it doesn't exist, it'll fail.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yep.
But that's good to know. Like, mine is a very short one, V5QCO. That could be, you know, easily misclick something and it just go to someplace else. So, just be careful about that. And that's why I wanted to make sure that that was indeed the number 1 at the beginning of this one. Because that could have been an L and I could have totally screwed him up sending a bunch of stuff to the wrong account. So, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, if you want to hit refresh,
Refreshing.
you should have 13 wax in
I
there
do
now.
have 13 wax.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So, this will be the next portion. So, you're going to want to go to resources, and we'll go over this. So, first, we're going to want to stake 10 wax to CPU. So, the first one on the dropdown will be CPU. You just put in the amount.
And hit stake. Now, you should always get these pop-ups that come up, and you'll always need to approve them. It's just their kind of fail-safe system, is one way to think about that.
It's not a fail-safe, it's just so you can review what the transaction will actually be. And you should always take a look at it just to make sure that nothing fishy is going on.
Yeah.
You always want to review your transaction.
So I'm gonna go ahead and refresh real fast so we can see. Yes, I have taken away 10 wax from my account, and it is now right here instead under my CPU. Kind of like a receipt before purchasing. Yes, that's a great way actually to kind of describe this, Klepto. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're gonna move on to the net. So you don't really need much of that, so we're just gonna stake 1.
I'm gonna stake 1 to net. Okay. 1 wax. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh again just so we can see this and see how it's kind of unfolding. Okay, so we have 2 wax here. And we have our extra wax right there under the net. Okay.
And then we're going to buy 2 wax worth of RAM.
Okay, so you notice how it changed it from stake to buy. Because of just the nature of the differences between the CPU, the net, and the RAM. And how you actually get them, correct?
Yep.
Okay, we're going to buy that. Now this looks completely different because it is different. It's not the same as staking, so it's going to read a little differently as well. Okay. And now we should have 0 wax, which we do. And we now have 43% RAM versus 100% RAM used.
Yep. So now you have that RAM available for NFTs and other things you'd be storing on the blockchain.
Thank you, friend.
So that make more sense, or does anybody have questions?
Yeah, and feel free to interject questions at any given point. Remember, guys, we do have a little bit of a delay. It's about a 6 to 8 second delay. So sometimes go ahead and typing your question ahead of time before we actually ask can be beneficial for you actually getting your question answered. In a timely fashion, at least. I do try to be, you know, mindful of the chat and actually be actively looking and searching for questions. So if you do type in a question, please let me know so I will go back and ask and answer that, or we'll get Masonator too, one of the two.
Yep.
Also, hi Carlos.
Also, has anybody been following along and made a wax cloud wallet? Because now is the time where we'd like to start doling out those starting resources, if possible. I know Price had mentioned yesterday that he was interested.
In the meantime, however, we've hit 10 likes! Thank you guys so much for liking the stream. One thing that we do around here is every time we hit 10 likes, we open up Pokemon cards. Let's do it! We're gonna open up some Pokemon cards. It doesn't matter what we're streaming, we always open up Pokemon cards when we hit that 10 like mark. Okay? I did not open up this pack very well. Wow. Oh gosh. Yeah, that one did not open very well. There we go. Toss that over there. Grab my skizzers. I genuinely think this is our friend John's favorite part of the streams, is when we open up Pokemon cards. Okay. Here we go. Aw, darn it, it's a green. That's okay. We can still get some cool cards, because I don't have very many from the Evolving Skies packs. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Fighting Energy. A Vigoroth Single Strike. Lombre. Rapid Strike. Scroll of the Flying Dragon. Okay. Hoppip. Dano. Mareep. Wobbuffet. Love Disc. Reverse Hollow Hydreigon. And a Shift Tree. Nice. Alrighty. Okay, let's get back to NFTs. Okay.
I'm not seeing anyone in the chat that's wanting, or at least it hasn't posted that they are. At any point, let us know, and we will circle back to that. And if you're watching this stream in the future, just DM myself. I am the Masonator in Discord.
Yep. You can find him via my Discord, !Discord in the chat. You can find the link to it, or you can check down in the description. His tag is also listed there as well. Okay? Thank you, Masonator.
You're welcome. Okay. So, you are probably going to want to log out
Ryan!
of that account.
I'm gonna want to log out of it. Is that what you said?
For the moment, unless I know Ryan just joined. Were you interested in setting up a wallet tonight, Ryan? I know you'd mentioned something previously. Also, welcome in, Ryan.
Yes. I will mention this. Since we do have the account pulled up, the email account, sometimes, Wax, when you have to, you know, relog in, it may say, hey, you can't until you get this verification code that's been sent to your email. So make sure you always have access to that email whenever you're trying to do anything on the Wax blockchain. Just as a heads up. It's a 6-digit code, I think, and it's all numbers, but you need to have it exactly, or you can probably kick yourself out. Okay, Ryan. Have you been here the whole time, or did you just pop in? Okay, I'm getting a little chilly, so I'm gonna grab my blanket.
Okay.
Okay. This one should look familiar to you, sir. It has puppers. Just joined now? Okay.
Just joined now. Okay. So, you're going to want to go to wallet.wax.io.
Yep. I believe if you do !wax wallet, a similar link, it actually won't be exactly the same, so let me actually fix that one while I'm thinking about it. I can edit it right here. So we just need that. Boom. Where's my save button? There we go. Okay, now it should be fixed. So if you want to use the !wax wallet, you should be able to get the wax or wallet.wax.io link. So, okay. From there,
in the meantime, Ryan, while you're doing that,
yeah,
you're just gonna hit sign up and then follow the steps. If you have any questions, just let us know. It's pretty simple on that part.
Yep.
In the meantime, we are just gonna keep discussing things.
Okay. I'm gonna show Ryan really quickly what it's gonna look like for him. So at the bottom of this page, there's a thing for sign up for account. You can't quite see it on my screen because of how I have the screen cropped, unfortunately, but it's under the login button. And that's where you're gonna do that. For now, I'm just gonna log back into this same account. I don't think it's gonna make me do the verification code. It did not. Okay, cool. I think it's within a certain time frame, like within like a week, it may make you redo the verification code, or if you change devices, things like that. Okay, what you got?
So, to anybody who has a Wax Cloud one, I always recommend turning on two-factor authentication.
Yes.
Because if someone's trying to hack you, all they need is your email address and the password to your wallet and email. With two-factor authentication, they're going to need your phone. And it just works like any other two-factor authentication. You'll need an authenticator app, usually Google, and it has just a randomly generating code.
Yep.
If you go into the settings button,
it's at the very bottom right corner of the screen, down here past my cursor.
Yep. And you just want to click on that.
Account security.
Yep, account security.
And then you can enable.
Yep. And then you'll also see a section below that has authorized apps. And you probably won't see any of those, but those are things that you've given extra permissions to, and you can disable those from there as well.
So for right now, I'm not going to enable it on this account, just because I just don't want to deal with that at the moment.
Yeah. And if you go back and you go to wallet settings.
So we're back here.
It'll give you a list. It won't show anything on there because we just created that account. But it'll give you a list of all the various projects that you've given whitelisting permission to. And that's basically where, when you see on that receipt that it pops up before signing a transaction, you'll hit always sign transaction. That is the whitelist. And in there you can revoke it, which I always recommend just cleaning that up, because if anybody were to hack that site, they'd have whitelisting as well to do transactions through that.
Okay, Ryan,
so,
for you, this right here, for your account, that's going to be your account name, not this one that's currently on my screen, but the one that's on yours. If you don't mind actually typing in that address into the chat, we would appreciate that. So that we can see it, so we can get you hooked up with some resources.
Yes, and a panda.
And a panda. Because we like you. Okay. mg.ks.c.wham. Yours is better than mine. Well, better than my new one, I should say. And later on, yep, we'll be using !Panda and !Panda referral to get my referral code. And we'll be working with that, but that comes in a little later.
Yep. So for now, I'm going to go on the back end here.
Okay.
And set Ryan up with some stuff.
Thank you, friend. Referral is 2 R's. And it's Panda referral, I believe is what I labeled it as. Yes. Panda referral. I don't know, I can't spell that. I tried. You did very well, Kirsten. I appreciate you, friend. Yep. So we're going to worry about that link in a little bit. So unless you've already, you know, set up and you just want to jump right on in, hold off on hitting that link just for now, okay? Are you ready, dear?
No, I am working on it right now.
Okay. No, that's fine. I just wanted to double check. Okay, so Ryan, what we're going to do, Masonator is currently sending you some wax, and we're going to stake those into your resources, which we've already explained how to do that, but we can go through it again with you so you guys can see exactly how to do that one more time. So under where you have your wax ID and all of that good fun stuff, there's a resource button. If you're on mobile, it may look a little different. Actually, I'm going to pull up my phone real fast so I can actually see how it's laid out as well. So I need wax.wallet.io, correct? No, wallet wax. Dang it. I about did it backwards. Wallet.wax.io. Haha.
Well, and here's the thing. He won't need to stake on his end because we're staking it to his account from our account.
Oh, you are?
Yep.
Okay, I missed that. My bad. Okay.
Okay. So, Ryan, if you...
I just had to do my two-factor thing as well. With my email. So...
if you refresh your Wax Cloud wallet and then click on your resource tab, your RAM should no longer be at 40 or 100%, and then you should see a staked amount by others under your CPU and net.
If you're on mobile, to find the referral button, there's a little wax emblem in this top right corner. If you click on that, it pops up an open menu. That's where you can see the wax ID as well as your resources and all of that as well. Okay.
The price is almost done. Excellent.
Oh, heck
price.
yeah. Whenever you get your account set up price, go ahead and post your wax your address, excuse me, words are hard. Press progression hype. That'll be, as I told Ryan earlier, that's this, whatever's written there for you. If it's on your phone, it looks very similar. However, you do have to hit, oh, hold on, it's logging me back in. Give me a second. You do have to hit that little wax emblem first, and then it pops up with the screen. Can Mason say that again? I only caught half of that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. So what you're going to do is refresh the Wax Cloud wallet, and then if you click on resources, you should see that your RAM is not at 100%. It should be, according to this, 39%, and then you should see staked by others 10 wax on CPU and 1 on net.
And if that is not correct, please let us know.
It should be. I'm looking at his,
Okay. And you can see right here where it says total staked. That's how much I've staked to this account. And then staked by others would be like if Masonator wanted to do that type deal. Like he just did with you. Okay? We might, sidebar, hun, we might need to do a spreadsheet with people's wax addresses.
already on that.
Oh, you are on top of things. I love it. Okay.
I try. Okay. Perfect, Ryan. You're all caught up at the moment, so you can just sit back and relax
For just a
while
minute.
we wait for Price to finish up.
Okay.
And then is there anybody else working on setting up a Wax Cloud wallet? Just so I know. Pop King, yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, this is why we love Masonator. Especially me. Data klepto. You do love your data, don't you?
I mean, we started a giant spreadsheet for Nova Rally that we were working on for how long?
Yeah, and then we totally ditched it because we couldn't. It didn't matter after a while. I lurked
After
for
a
the sake of
balance
lurk.
update.
Don't mind me. Aw, well, welcome on in, Kyle. I'm glad you could come hang out.
We appreciate you,
Yes.
Kyle. We always love having you here.
Very, very much so. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, Price, have you gotten to this screen yet, or the equivalent on your phone? If you're working on phone. Is anybody actually working on mobile? Or is everybody on a computer of some sort? I love the music from NFT Panda. I'm sorry. I love my... It makes me want to dance. You're on your PC? Okay. Good to know. Then you'll be seeing a lot more of like what I'm showing you. It might be a little displaced, I will say that, because my screen's a little smaller so that I can have it I can have both my Streamlabs and my Chrome on the same screen. So it's not filling up the whole screen. So it may shift some things around a little bit, but it'll be all within general area of each other. You're on mobile at the moment? Okay.
Where are you at with the account price? What step are you on?
And if we need to go back and do any part of it again, we can. Or at least we can walk you through it.
Yep. And Ryan, while you're waiting, in Welcome to the Fam, I posted a couple screenshots. Look at them and then pick out a panda that you like.
I'm curious which ones you put. You put them in Welcome to the Fam?
Yep. I think that's all of the ones that I have. At least it's a good assortment anyway.
There you go. All the different ones, you mean?
Yeah. At this moment, the elements and the class or the type are not a factor at all.
Yeah, they're not exactly relevant at the moment.
They will be at some point.
Yeah. That's coming in one of their future updates with that game.
Yep.
Which we'll be talking about that a good bit later. And I know you, Ryan, and I believe you, Price, have both already watched at least one of, if not both of my previous NFT Panda videos. So you kind of have a general idea kind of how that game works, but we're also going to, rehash a little bit of it. Like, I'm going to send my pandas on adventures and stuff like that so you guys can see how that works as well. Yes, Klepto is right. ! Discord. You guys will find the link to the Discord server. If you are new, please make sure you make an intro and at the mods. If you don't at the mods, we won't let you in. Yay! And looks cool. Oh, sorry. Nadad? Naddad? Which one is that one? Which one is that one? Okay. On the...
Nadad. Okay.
Yeah. That one took me a second. I misread your post, Ryan. And I thought you were saying, and looks cool. And I realized my mistake. That was actually a panda name. Some of the pandas have some very interesting names. Like, we actually met one of the moderators for the game, actually came into the stream earlier, which was super cool. His name is Peary. And actually, my first panda that I ever got, which is this little guy right here, is actually named Peary. So that's super cool to me. And by the way, if you guys are confused how in the world I have two different things with two different wallets going, that's because this page hasn't been refreshed yet. Once I refresh the page, it'll freak out. Or if I ever try to do anything, it'll freak out and be like, no, you can't do that. And it'll kick me off and we'll have to log in and all that sort of stuff. So be careful if you either somehow have a second account, which I don't recommend unless you're doing, something like this. Or if maybe you've been logged out and don't realize it, it may kick you off to relog you back in. Just so you know. That's a fairly common occurrence. Especially with daggum alien worlds. Gosh. I feel like I have to log into that one every single day at least once. I at least have to refresh it like 4 or 5 times throughout the day. That is one thing. A lot of these games are in beta at most, if not alpha. So there are a ton of glitches for some of these games. So be careful when you do play. Make sure you do things in the proper order. We actually saw somebody in the server today run into an issue where he had a legendary weapon equipped to a panda and removed the panda for the game and lost his weapon until he managed to put the panda back into the game, and then it somehow returned to the game. But it was a mess. So be careful. Make sure if you're gonna do that, unequip the weapon, then undo the panda. Little things like that can cause some serious problems for some people.
Yeah, it can.
Price has the address. Can you put it
right
in the chat, please, sir? The dev team is rather good at fixing these issues, though. That is facts. Massive facts.
That is. They are hugely helpful.
Yes. And they are always on top of things. Like, if... whenever we've had issues, or if anybody has had issues, they've reached out to them in the... in their Discord server, they're on it fairly quickly. Ooh, a double period. That's interesting. V double period
I hate that one
KS dot C dot wham. Oh gosh. I'm sorry, Price. I did see somebody in one of Sammy's streams actually say that he kept creating new wax wallets until he got one that he liked. I don't recommend doing that, but yeah. I guess the man had the emails to go through though.
Klepto managed to get a 4-letter wax wallet somehow.
And Will did too when he set his up a billion years ago.
Yeah. Where you and I got 5.
Yeah, we got 5s. But we also don't have periods in the middle of everything like they do now. That's a new thing. Because ours are just the 5 and then dot wham. Which is nice. I think I'll stick to my 1 over these new ones. Okay. Alrighty, Price. So, if we go back to our resource tab, Masonator, I believe, is currently staking to you, correct?
I am.
So he's doing that for you.
Moment.
So you will not have to worry about it right now. You will eventually need to start staking to yourself and on your own account. As far as, like, you personally putting wax into here. But we're going to show you guys several ways to actually make wax today. So that's going to be fun. Okay.
Okay, Price, you should be able to hit refresh and look at your resources. And your RAM should also be at 39%.
Woohoo!
And then on CPU and net, you should see 20 wax staked on CPU and 1 on net. I also upped your stake, Ryan, to 20.
Oh,
just
nice.
because there's not many people interested, and I have the wax, so...
Well, that was nice of
why
you.
not?
Okay. So for now, I'm going to pop over here to my full cam for a second so that I can log into my personal wax account instead. And that way we can just dive in with these games and whatnot. Hang on. I have to put in...
Excellent question, Ryan. The answer is yes. It is a bit odd to set up. I believe that Ash has the link in her description to Bittrex. And it's the only one in the US I've made to work. I don't know about in the UK. But you need an exchange, and you'll need to verify your identity and that has nothing to do with Bittrex. It's just anti-money laundering laws in just about every country.
Klepto, to answer your question really quickly, wind stick. Going from there.
So once you verify your identity with them, you'll need to link a bank account.
Yeah.
And then you just transfer your wax from your Wax Cloud wallet to the exchange and then sell it for US dollars.
I personally use the app on my phone for Bittrex, and it works rather smoothly, I will say. It also, I use Touch ID because I use Touch ID for everything. You can see the current price of wax on my main screen because I've bought and sold wax before using Bittrex. It's a cool thing.
Okay, price. Have you looked at the pandas and have you picked one yet? They're in the welcome to the fam chat.
Yes. I love the music. I'm sorry. It's so fun.
It is fun, isn't it?
It is. Okay, we're gonna not need this email anymore for right now. I'm just gonna worry about this. I can open it back up if we need it. But yeah. Okay. Once we get that info from our friend Price, we can hurry on along. Yeah?
Yeah.
In the meantime, is there anything, like, does anybody else have any other questions or anything else? I once was watching a horror film and the munching of the bamboo matched up with the kill scene. Oh my gosh. That is one thing. I am not a horror fan. Not at all. Masonator can attest. I'm a wimp.
I made her watch some horror movies the last time she was visiting.
Yeah, he did. You may.
I have no regrets either.
No, he doesn't. I don't necessarily regret watching Saw. Saw was very well done. It still gave me the absolute creeps, but it was very well done, so I can appreciate that. But still, it's just not my cup of tea. I'd much rather watch a murder mystery, which seems counterintuitive considering they usually involve the same sort of stuff. But whatever. There's mystery and intrigue. It's not just hack and slash. Horror is fun. You hush. You hush, Carlos. It wasn't a full horror. The kill stuff was off screen, so okay. Okay. That makes more sense. So was it like a Hitchcock film or something? That's cool though. Okay. I'm not touching horror with a 100-foot pole. Amen. 39.5-foot pole. Wrong time of year, I know. It's fine.
So, Price, were you able to find where I put the screenshot with the pandas?
I'm just telling the truth. Oh my gosh. Lies.
I agree with you, Carlos.
Don't encourage him. Don't
him
encourage
or me?
Either. You to
Too
him,
late.
him to you. I don't care. You're a mess. You're
We're just
both
a fun
mess.
feedback loop.
Yeah. Is this the shenanigans I signed up for?
Hey, you knew it before you said yes to the proposal,
to the ring, yeah.
You got nobody to blame but yourself now.
Yeah, fair. Okay.
Did we lose Price?
We might have. And if that's the case, we can get back to him a little later. Because you have his address, so...
Yeah. I just added him in the Discord.
Oh, to make sure he saw
He's
it?
busy. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well, we can move on. If you want to go to
Ryan.
our... Yeah, see? Ryan knows what's going on.
Where am I going, sir?
Okay. So the... Ryan, you're going to want to click, if somebody wants to drop !referral, you're going to want to click that link, and it'll bring you to the Panda game.
It's !Panda referral. Thank you, Klepto. So we're going to come over here to Panda then.
Yep.
Your front screen will look a little different. It'll have a big login, and then it'll say you have to agree to the terms and conditions, and then you can log in. And you'll get a big pop-up that'll have your Wax Cloud wallet thing pop up, usually on the left-hand side of your screen, or if you're on mobile. Wind Stick was the first to win the wheel? Oh my gosh. I love it. Love my luck. Oh goodness. But it'll pop up as a pop-up on your phone if you're doing it on mobile. Just make sure you hit accept, and then you should get to the My Heroes page. Let us know when you get to that page. Holy shnikes. Well, we have Price and Ryan here. Definitely. And we have another person, .wzju.wham. I don't know who that is.
We went over that this morning.
Oh, that one was there this morning? Which one is new then?
Yeah.
Because there are 3 new ones. Where's
there 3 new ones?
Yeah, there are 3. Is it the B then?
I thought we had 8.
Did we have 8 this morning?
No, he's been there for a while.
Oh, okay. You donut. Okay, fine. Okay, but we definitely have Price and Ryan into the game. So let us know when you're on to the...
Okay.
Wait, what page? So following the link that is above you in the chat, follow that link to NFT Panda World of Fantasy. Okay? Now, for you guys, you'll be able to see 2 different groups of heroes. That's what they call each of the pandas. You have the pandas that are out in the game, and then you have pandas that are not in the game. I went over this part in our kind of let's walk through how to play video of NFT Panda, and you have to make sure is that Panda Ed Sheeran? I think he's talking about Nail. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. But there's some themed ones, yeah. But if you have one that's not currently in the game, just click on him. They should have, like how these have out from game, there should be one to place it into the game. Like there's some Lord of the Rings references? Yeah, for sure.
Yes, there's definitely a Gandalf the White panda.
Is there really? Which one is Gandalf the
Yeah.
White? It's not Nopolis, is it?
No, what's his name?
Holding out for a hero to the end of the night. He's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast. He's gotta be fresh from the fight. I don't know that one. I don't recall having seen that one. It's the one I did art of? Oh! Is that in your picture? Anywhere or no? No. Those are like all ends. The blue hat. Gotcha.
Are you having any luck, Ryan?
This is as much of a reference as I put it. Gotcha. Yeah, let me know once you have your panda in the game. So it should pop up at the top of your screen here and have the little out from game on top. If you don't have that, scroll to the bottom, make sure your panda is there, and to insert him into the game.
And if you can hear me, Price, I just need to know which panda you want, and I can send that over to you.
He's in game? Awesome!
Okay. So then, you're just gonna hit the button on the top left corner, those 3 lines.
Sometimes you'll be able to see across the top, too, if you're on desktop and you have it fully extended and all that. Now, I went over this in my video. There's a way to add your panda to your slot. There should just be a big button right in the center. And then if you click that and then you select your panda, make sure you put him into the game. It should pop up into a slot looking just like this. Okay? Let me know when we get this far. Do I have any that need to be staked? I can show staking on these two because they're a couple of XPs away, but they're close enough. And I think I know that. Oh no, I don't, because those are on comments. I can figure it out. It's fine. You're that far? Okay, cool. So the next thing that we do is send to adventure. So I have my wax pop up over here. How's that? Oh, are you kidding me?
The dragon came and got you.
Yeah, he did. So unfortunately, I got zip-diddy-doo-dah from that particular adventure. Dang it, Peary. Fortunately, though, I have 5 other pandas who can help pick up his slack. Thank you, Pax. Pax got us a nice big chunk of bamboo. Do you want to explain what bamboo actually is? Negative 75%?
Ouch, that is rough.
That is rough. Luckily, you have a few more times to get better pulls. And if you notice, I'm getting varying amounts too. So it changes very frequently.
Yeah, so the base rate on a common panda is going to be 0.1212. And then that is modified by your adventure bonus. And then as you progress, it's also going to be affected by your rank bonus. So each panda has an XP bar. Once you hit that many adventures, you can stake a certain amount of bamboo. It'll be under the common part. And you just stake the required bamboo, and then he ranks up, and then he gets a bonus to how much bam he'll bring back.
Yep. So what I'm going to do right now is I have an uncommon who needs to be staked to. He's not quite ready to level up, but I can go ahead and stake to him as long as I know the proper amount. So to get him from rookie to officer cadet, I need to make sure I'm in the uncommon section. Is a 1.77 bam. Luckily, because of all the other adventures that I have had my heroes go on, I do have that much bam just sitting here waiting for me. So 1.77, add to stake. And so now, whenever it is time for him to rank up, instead of the XP bar, it'll have a little box that says rank up. I can click that, and he'll be ready to go. But for now, nice. This plus 75% pulled 0.8695. Bam, that is awesome. I do love all the little stories that come with this. This is why this is my favorite game of any of them that we play on the blockchain. Like, I like Alien Worlds. I even like Kolobok, as annoying as it is sometimes. I love this game. Just the little nuances of it. Like, obviously the art style is super cute. But, like, they went into such little details, like, with the stories and everything like that. It's just, it's very well done.
You know, Kyle, if you want a Panda Sheeran, you just gotta make a wax cloud wallet, and I have them.
He
and
does.
You can have one.
His name is Nail. Which, that's another thing. Each of these pandas, like, you may be like, oh, they just went and made a couple of different personalities for him. They did. They went so far as to name them. So my friend Peary right here is a bard. Yeah, he's a bard panda. He has his little, what would you actually call that? There's a specific type of instrument. Oh gosh. It's gonna drive me insane. It's fine. But,
you know I'm not good at that.
No. It's gonna drive me insane. Carlos, I might need your help, friend. But yeah, but he's a bard, so he has his little instrument. He's got his swooshy hair. Like, oh, come on. And then Pax is a smith. He's a blacksmith, so he's got his, I believe that's a hammer. You know, and he just looks all rough and tough, like a smith would. Our druid friend over here. This is our engineer. Nail the panda. The bard panda. He's got his little guitar. He does look like Ed Sheeran. And Nopolis. You know I only know woodwinds. That's fair. I'm gonna Google it. It's gonna drive me insane.
That's a fair concern. That is a bit more complicated. You'd have to look at where you're located exactly in that disability program. Most of them, even in there, say you can earn up to X amount from other sources. And with all this NFT gaming,
It's actually called a loot.
Yeah, it's in a very weird class, and the IRS isn't sure what it's doing with it yet, but it knows it wants you to pay taxes on it.
Does that really surprise you? It's the government.
Yeah. Well,
they want to tax everything.
because on disability, you can earn a certain amount of money from, I believe it's, I always get it confused, because you can earn a certain amount from unearned, but then the option from earned is different.
Yeah,
And
I don't know how all that works.
This isn't a category that it's in, so you'd have to consult with someone who knows what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing to think about is, because right now, just a little bit of math for you. Actually, here's a good thing. You want to pull up Alcor real quick.
Yes, I
While
can.
we're doing our calculations.
So if we go, actually, I have it pre-saved, but you can also do ! Alcor in the chat. So for me, it goes straight to the swaps screen. I believe the link that I have for you guys takes you to this screen. Lyre is more of a heart fused with, yeah, exactly. A lyre is, it's a lap harp, basically. Small lap harp. Whereas a lute is much more guitar shaped. The picture that they had of a mandolin is not the sort of mandolin that I know, so I didn't want to call it a mandolin. But it looks much more like a lute. Is what they had on that particular screen. The mandolins that I'm used to are not shaped that way. But anyway, that part's irrelevant.
Okay. So we want to go to the... It doesn't matter. Let's just go to the markets tab, because I like that better than the swap.
He does. When I first started, I used exclusively the swap because it made more sense to me.
And the swap is fine. I just don't like it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then in the search market, you're going to look up the bamboo token, which is shortened to BAM, or BAM.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And if you click on it, it should pop up with this screen. Now, obviously, the numbers and stuff will be different. This looks like a lot, because it is. It's a lot.
Basically, if you've ever done, like, stock trading, this will probably kind of look familiar.
If you've not done it, you may be looking like a deer in headlights, which is fine.
Yeah. So the basic thing to know is on the left side of the page, you have those numbers in red, and then you have them in green.
Yep.
So what those are, the red are sell orders, and they are listed from the lowest price sell order to the highest, and the buy orders are listed from the highest buy price to the lowest.
Mm-hmm.
And then the number in the middle is the price at which the last trade was executed at, which will fluctuate as people
Buy and sell.
buy and sell it.
So right now it's at 0.2, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
So if you scroll down, Ash,
Yep.
just a little bit.
To the limit trade, market trade section?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So a limit trade is where you're going to put an order in. And there's no guarantee that this order will be fulfilled. Because let's say I don't want to pay. Let me look it up on my end because I can't read those tiny numbers. 1 second.
Sorry, it is a little small.
It is. Okay, so let's say I don't want to pay because if you do a market order, it buys it or sells it at the highest order that's listed on that book. So if I were to sell it right now, I would get 0.197 wax for every BAM. And if I were to buy it, it'd be 0.204. So if I'm like, I don't want to buy BAM at 0.204, I can put a limit trade in, put in whatever price I want. So I could put in 0.00001 BAM or wax. It would probably never get fulfilled, but you could. Otherwise, you just put a number in. I usually go just slightly over what the highest one is. So in this case, I'd put 0.198.
Yeah.
And then however many BAM you want to buy. And then you're just waiting for someone who's impatient to sell. Or conversely, if you're like, I want to sell, but 0.197 is not enough for me, you could put it at a sell limit order at 0.204 instead of 0.20445, you know.
I think personally, the only problem with doing it that way is that it's kind of in limbo for a little bit. So you may not see your end be fulfilled until later. Whereas if you do a market trade, it's immediate.
Yeah.
And same
so
with
that's
swapping.
The trade-off. The market, you're just taking the highest bidder. The limit, you're going to try to get a higher price. But it could take a while, and you may never get it. People may keep undercutting you.
Yeah.
So, things to keep in mind.
Yep.
But from this, we can run some numbers. So we know that the average BAM that you'll get on a common panda is 0.1212.
Yep. That's baseline average.
Yep. That's without a weapon adding to it,
without a rank up, right?
Yep.
That's
we're just doing that average because your adventure bonuses will average out.
Yep.
And there's 2-hour cooldowns. So let's say you're really on it and you're hitting send to adventure 6 times a day. That'll get you 0.7272 BAM, which if you're to sell right now, which would get you a price of 0.1973.
He likes Nemos.
Yeah, and this is a lot of numbers, so don't worry if you're not following along too well.
Oh, he likes the first one.
But that would get you 0.143 wax. And just pulling up Bittrex right now, 1 wax is trading for 46 cents in US dollars. So that means right now, if you're to mine all day without a rank bonus, without a weapon, you know, you're only bringing in about 6.5 cents a day.
But still, that's 6.5 cents a day you didn't have before.
Yeah. And the whole thing is you're not going to get rich running 1 common panda, and you're probably not going to get rich running NFT pandas. But Klepto actually has built up a small little empire in just a couple weeks.
Yes, he has.
He's just been going to town.
One of the things that's been really cool is the NFT Panda official Discord has been doing daily giveaways of both pandas and or weapons. So Klepto's actually won quite a few.
Yeah, he's been getting a ridiculous amount.
Really mad in my chat.
Yeah. Klepto will take over the world.
Yes, he will.
One panda at a time.
Yes, he will. It'll be great. Oh, gosh. Oh, goodness.
But for you, Kyle, if you just stick to the pandas because you think it's cool and you're just running your nail, you know, you're not going to make it anywhere near enough to interfere with your disability benefits.
No.
And you're looking at a level so low. Because even if you did this for a whole year,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's $24. So, like,
Mm-hmm.
that's below the IRS's reporting requirements because you got to make... They require you to report it at $400.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something to just keep in mind. Not financial advice in any way,
Nope.
shape, or form.
Nope.
Consult experts who know what the hell they're talking about.
Please. We're just showing you a fun way to go about making potential money if you want that, or just to have fun. Because like, Klepto is one of these guys who's like, I don't want to put any money into it. I just want to have fun playing some games. So, to each their own, personally. But yeah, what you got?
Okay, so Price, you should have a Nemoth in your thing, so you can go ahead and if you refresh your NFT Panda browser page, it should show up in there. It'll be on your My Heroes portion.
So when you get to the My Heroes page, you'll see you should have your panda down here at the bottom. And if you remember from the video that I believe you actually watched, you can make sure you click on the button that appears on top of your panda, much like this one. But instead of out from the game, it should say put in game, I believe is what it says. And then it should move up here to the top where it says out from game. Once it's there, you can move to adventures. There should be a big box right there that says something on the line of choose your hero or something like that. And you click on that and you put in your panda. And then you can start running adventures. And from there, it's fairly self-explanatory. One thing that I will say that I didn't get to show you guys here, but I think might have shown in one of my videos, is that when you do hit your max XP, a button will appear that says to rank up. If you do not have the proper amount of BAM staked, the button over the staking, which appears right about above the word resting, where that is right now, that'll appear when your timer runs out. It'll start glowing, which is really kind of cool. So it says, hey, look here. And then it'll tell you exactly how much BAM you need to stake to it. It's, like I said, it's fairly self-explanatory, which is nice.
Pro tip, when you hit staking, there'll be a red number with the amount. If you click on that, it'll actually autofill with the amount you need.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that red number won't show up until you have the amount of XP required.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Price, were you able to put your panda into the game and run an adventure?
Now, a couple other pieces that we talked about in our videos is how to add weapons and worrying about feeding. Now, one thing that I will show you guys, now that I have uncommon pandas, when you go to feed the hero, I do currently have common and uncommon food. If I were to use the common food, it would not fill up my panda all the way, but if I used uncommon, it would. There is a certain percentage, and I believe you can see that in info. Yes. So, to an uncommon, common food would only fill it up about halfway. So, there you go.
Awesome. So, Ryan and Price, do you have any questions on any of this so far before we move on to our next topic?
Oh, excuse me. If for whatever reason you're just not a fan of the music, you can turn it off. You can also turn off the sound, because I personally know firsthand how loud sometimes the bam and the crunching can be. Especially when you go to feed them, they can go hum, rum, rum, and it can be very loud. So if you want to toggle that off, you can. There's also a referrals page. So like, I know who the vast majority of all of these are. I can see both Price and Ryan have sent their pandas on adventures, which is super cool. So yeah. What is next on the docket?
Not at the moment. Okay. So, the next thing we're going to do is, this is cool and all, but if you look for your next slot, it costs 30 wax.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For me, my next one's going to cost me 180 bam. Ew.
Yeah.
I currently have 58.
Let's look up Atomic Hub. So
okay, I actually have that pulled up right now.
If you don't want to at this moment, I'm going to drop the address in the chat.
I believe.
So this is
exclamation point Atomic Hub as well. Yes, and it does increase by 30 each slot you unlock. So unlocking number 2 is 30. The next one would be 60, I believe, and then 90, and so on and so forth. Hence why my next one is 180 bam, which just makes me cringe. Okay.
Now, this is the market for buying and selling NFTs on the Atomic standard. There is a simple market, but it's not really used that much for anything other than Cola Box. You can just kind of ignore that it exists. But we're going to go to the market.
Okay, so normally they'd be across the top for whatever reason, because I guess how squished my screen is at the moment. I have to come to these 3, and then I can see market right there.
And now we're going to see a whole bunch of collections. Those are different games and projects on the Wax blockchain that have NFTs on the Atomic standard.
I mean, you see that there are baseball cards, there's Hot Wheels now, which is insane to me. Yep. Something with Ninja Turtles, apparently. Shredder from Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, there's a couple things to note if you scroll up, Ash.
Yep.
Now, toward the bottom of the list, you're going to see a spot where it says only whitelisted NFTs, and it's checked.
Yep.
You almost always want to leave that checked, because anybody can create a collection on Atomic Hub. You could do it right now if you wanted to. What people do a lot, because they're horrible, is they will make fake collections trying to scam you out of your money.
Indeed.
One of the best ways to prevent that is to keep the whitelisted NFTs on, because Atomic Hub does a very good job of keeping those scam projects off the whitelist and removing them entirely.
Yep. They're very good about that.
Always want to double check that your collection name is the official one. So for ours, it is NFT Panda Wax.
So you can also just type in Panda, and you'll see a couple of different options pop up, but the one that we want is NFT Panda Wax P.
Yep.
So from here, all of it should be Panda related.
Yep. So this kind of works similar to any online shopping experience, really, except it's all NFTs. So below the collection page.
Okay.
What now?
That price. 13,000 wax.
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous. Don't look at the sold listings if you want to maintain your sanity.
Nope. What I like to do is I go price lowest whenever I start looking at stuff. Now, if you just leave it on the full thing, it'll, pop up with a bunch of food. But if you want to look specifically like for heroes or for weapons, you just make sure you click on those specific places.
Yeah. So if you go to heroes.
Yep.
And we're at price lowest, we're going to see that right now the lowest priced hero is 2.39 wax.
Yep. Now, and that's a standard common panda. Almost all of
Yep.
the lowest prices, as they are, you know, from the total list, are going to be your commons.
Now, you might start thinking, okay, Andy, you told us that right now you could trade bamboo into wax at an instant rate of 0.9, right? So if you're going to do some quick math, you're thinking, okay, that means I'm going to need a little bit less than 13 bamboo at a rate of 0.1212 bam on average. And you're thinking, that's going to take forever. Well, it's actually a little bit worse because the way the ranking system is set up, it's actually just slightly less than what you make on average minus your rank bonus. Which means the vast majority of your BAM is going to go into feeding your panda and then ranking it up. You'll start making BAM once you have a rank bonus, because that's not factored into how much you need to stake at each level. And then once you max out your rank, you know, obviously you won't be staking anymore, so then you'll be getting all of that. But that takes some 3,000 adventures. So that's a little bit down the line.
Welcome on in, Joseph. How you doing, friend?
Welcome in.
Ooh, you have a couple pandas already? That's awesome. I have a few myself. I have my guys. I love them. If you saw, I currently actually have 8 pandas. And actually, I do want to talk about this really quickly. If you find yourself, you know, becoming quite the panda hoarder, and you end up having extra pandas compared to your slots, don't take them out from the game. Piece of advice. Because even though, like, for example, where is Nail? This copy of Nail is no longer in the game as far as he's not currently in a slot running adventures, but he gets to keep his rank of second lieutenant and his staked BAM as long as he stays in the game. If I were to click out from game, all that gets taken away. FYI.
Yep. And before you take it out of the game, you want to unstake the BAM, then take him out of the game.
Yes.
Okay.
So
now,
it's our sidebar.
Yes. So now
Back
you're
to
thinking,
Atomic.
okay. So, how in the world am I gonna get, you know, 2.4 wax to buy another panda? Plus, then I need 30 BAM to just have them in a slot to put it in. Well, there's a nice way that we're gonna show you, and it's a free-to-play game, and we're actually gonna give both of you some extra stuff. And it's called Alien Worlds. Did you have a shortcut for that, or do I need to take it?
Exclamation point Alien Worlds. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my saved one so I don't have to type it in. But you can type in play.alienworlds.io and you should see this screen. Now, you're not going to have all of these little nuances and stuff like I do. You should be able to... Yeah, it's one word, not two. There you go. But you should have an avatar and a shovel, right? That's usually what they give you.
Well, you guys will have to register first, but you'll get to pick a male or female human for your avatar, and you'll get a shovel.
Yep.
And then, as you're registering, it's going to want you to pick a planet. If you want to go with my recommendation, you can, but I would start on Magor. And it's going to give you a list of planets, otherwise it'll have a section to put in coordinates. You're going to want 22 and 12. Or no, not that one, not that one.
No, goodness.
I'm looking at the wrong thing. 23/19. So there'll be 2 boxes, 23 and 19. The last I looked, it was an active volcano.
Okay. So, like, for me, at the moment, I am mining on Naren 813, which is a rocky coastline. Mine has a 20% fee, though. I think what Masonator has given you guys has a very low fee.
Yeah, it has a 1.8% fee, which is the lowest I could find that was an active volcano. Now...
Is that for the coordinates? Yes.
Yep. and it should pull up an active volcano. Now, if you want to go to switch land...
Me?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna switch land. Okay.
What you're gonna see... Scroll on just a little bit. Just so it's on the screen a bit better for them. Or no, I just want to see 2 full cards. There you go. Perfect. Right there.
Okay.
Okay. So, the top number above the picture is the fee. So, all of the Alien World lands are actually NFTs that, if you so desire, you could buy one. They are expensive.
Thousands of dollars.
You're probably not going to buy one. But if you own one, you get a percent of whoever's mining whatever they mine up. So you, as a miner, want to find one with a low fee. Now, the number, but the lightning bolt is a cooldown modifier. Each tool has a cooldown amount, and then that is times by that. And the pickaxe has how much TLM power that land has. And then you have proof of work, which just shortens the amount of time you spend mining.
Which I think is now isn't it now pretty much irrelevant?
Yeah, it pretty much is. And then the one on the right is you can get NFT drops. However, they are so exceptionally rare, I don't even factor that into my land choice anymore.
Nope. Yep. See, some of them, like this mushroom forest, has a pretty decent chance, as far as comparatively speaking, of pulling NFTs, but they're still extremely rare. And then you have to counter in the fact that it's a 25% fee. It's still 2 times the length, and it's only a 1.4. You'd be better off going someplace like the Icy Mountains here, where it's a 1% fee, and it's a 1.9 instead. Same time frame.
Now, you guys might be looking at that active volcano, and you might be thinking, Masonator, what the hell? What are you doing to us?
What did you do?
Because you may have noticed that it has a 5 times cooldown.
Ah!
And there's a reason for that.
I'm looking to see if there is one on Naren, and I'm not finding one.
Yeah, that's okay. The reason that I'm recommending you guys start with that one is because you only have so much CPU you're able to use, and until you guys build that up, it's better to go for something with a higher cooldown.
That's fine, Ryan. Have a good night.
Ryan. We will catch up later. Feel free to DM me with any questions.
Yes, or me if you need to. Whichever way. Have a good one, bud. Oh, a 0.4% on this icy desert. That's interesting.
Yeah. People bidding to the bottom. So, with having a limit on your CPU, because 20 wax, you'll find out, is not that much at the end of the day. And you'll be running into it quite a bit, especially on Alien Worlds. So, since you have a limited amount of hits, you want to go for the land that gets you the most TLM every time you dig it. And the active volcano has the highest TLM power.
Yep. So for me, if I can ever get back to my regular page, I was on the inventory page. That's where I was. Mine brought me in at the regular inventory. I have some good tools. So I have the standard drill, which compared to the shovel has a whole lot better stats. Do you want to explain about the stats on the tools?
Yeah. So the number by the lightning bolt, that is its charge time. So that is what is multiplied to get your cooldown.
So it's 120 seconds.
Yep. The pickaxe is its TLM mining power. Then you have the pyramid, which is its proof of work, and then the right is its TLM power.
So mine actually has a decent amount of the TLM extraction, if you want to call it that.
Yeah. Oofta, Unison, that's a lot in one day.
Ooh.
You picked a good time to join right in the middle of a stream.
Oh my goodness.
It's like joining a college class
But
and then skipping straight to the final.
yeah. I will say this. You can have up to 3 tools equipped. So I currently have 3 standard drills equipped.
Yep.
So it's 120 seconds times 3 times the additional time, right? Or is it just 120 second?
No. So how it works is it takes your 2 highest cooldown tools.
2 highest, sorry.
Yep.
I couldn't
So
remember if it was all of them or not.
No, it's just the 2. And then it's 240 seconds times whatever your land multiplier is.
Which, I'm not entirely sure. I'm on a rocky coastline. That's Naren. I was trying to see.
Let's see.
It's not letting me pick. It's not letting me look at it.
A rocky coastline is 2.
Okay. What that ends up coming out to, every time I mine, if it'll go through. It's got to think about it for a second here. Because it's liking to be slow at the moment. You have to also hit claim mine, so it's a double click. And then you get your pop-up, you hit approve, and then it should go through, and then I should have approximately 8 minutes of cooldown. Because that's the amount of time between my two drills times the lands modifier, if you want to call it that. Yes? Masonator?
Okay.
Okay, I was about to say, where'd he go?
No. I was just making sure you're done.
Yes.
And it looks like Ryan was able to get in and mine his first bit of TLM.
There you go.
I don't know if Price is still lurking or not. Are you there, Price? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Come toward the sound of my voice.
It's me. Oh my goodness.
He may have stepped out, but that's okay.
That's fine. He can
link
always
up
use this
later.
as a reference, or if you guys ever have any questions about any of this stuff, feel free to DM one or both of us. That is perfectly fine. One or both of us can answer your questions, usually. And if not, we will look it up.
If Ash can't answer, she'll come to me, and then if I can't, I'll figure it out.
That's usually about how it works.
Hmm.
He knows, he
So
does
now-
know more about this stuff than I do, hence why he's helping me explain all of this stuff and doing a very lovely job at that. That includes
That
me if
is
they
true.
both asleep. That is also true.
Yeah.
You can also message
You can
Klepto.
hit up Klepto. He does not sleep.
He does not sleep.
He is running his pandas 24/7 like a complete slave driver. Those poor pandas.
Those poor pandas.
They must be so tired.
Worn out.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, so what does this have to do with pandas? Why are we on this alien world game? So, if you want to flip back to Alcor,
Yep. I have that still pulled
there's
up.
a market. The Trillium symbol is TLM.
It's usually toward the top. It's usually one of the first 5 or 6 on the list.
Yep.
I don't know if that's just
You wanna
my
make sure
luck
it's-
or what.
And you want to make sure it's the TLM and then it's /wax. That's the trading pair you want.
Yep. And it should
'Cause you
say
might see-
alien.worlds as well if you want to be, super, oh, this is actually where this is from.
Well, they're all legitimate. The problem is TLM has a lot of trading pairs that are not wax, and then you'll trade it into weird tokens.
Yeah.
Like there's an Aether one. You have the wax only one selected though.
Oh, I do? Oh.
Hit all.
Oh, lordy. Yep, there's a TLM to Aether. Gross. Yep, don't need to do that.
Yeah.
So if we come over here to the TLM one, We should see what we saw earlier when we were looking at the BAM stuff. Prices, of course, will be different because this is a different token. Ooh, we had a big dip right there. Ooh, lordy, but we're on the rise.
Yeah, and this stuff fluctuates. It's nothing to panic about. If you don't like the price,
just wait.
You can always wait.
Because it's bound to fluctuate.
But you can see right now that it's about, 1 TLM is about 0.45 wax. And now you might be thinking, okay, well, what does that kind of get me? Well, I'm going to use Ryan as an example because you can look up, as long as you have their wax wallet, you can look up anyone's transaction history. It's kind of cool. You can be a cyber stalker.
It is. And I can show you how to do that in a second if you want.
So, Ryan, actually, let's just do it. You want to open a new tab?
Sure.
Okay, so the Block Explorer, and you can look up your own account, and you have a little bit more features on it this way. It's going to
I do not have an address for this one set up. But it's wax.blocks.io.
You're killing me.
I'm sorry! However, there is no C in blocks. All the C's have gone to the addresses now that I think about it.
Okay, so you're going to want to type in mg.ks.c.
Oh, it found me already.
Yeah, it'll autofill after a while.
Yep. By an hour ago. I love it.
at Ryan's
you can
public
see
stuff.
Yeah, you can see his RAM, you can see his CPU, you can see his net. You can see
how much is staked.
Yep, here's his TLM. You can also see, if you come over here, you can see what NFTs they currently have. So right now, the only NFTs that he has are his 2 from Alien Worlds. And the reason why is because once you submit the pandas to the game, they kind of disappear because they're in the game. So you won't be able to see it in your wallet. You still have access to them. You just have to remove them from the game. So before you can, go sell a panda or something like that, you need to remove it from NFT Panda back over here on this page.
The reason they do that is they want to keep some of that data off-chain because every transaction costs CPU. And now if every time you send it onto Adventure, if it had to update the hunger meter and the XP bar and the staking amount on the blockchain,
that'd be a lot.
Take up 4 times the CPU.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why they do it. So as long as you leave it in the game, all that data stays. Now, scrolling through, we can see some of his different transactions, which is cool. Like we can see he got 0.0303 BAM.
Sorry, you guys couldn't see that. But you could see log mint. Now, one of the things that's kind of cool about Alien Worlds is that whenever you do find an NFT, you should be able to see log mint pop up in this specific chat, if you want to call it that. You can actually see it pop up there. That's actually how I discovered that I actually mined up a standard drill. Because I saw the log mint, which was kind of cool.
Actually, that's not true anymore.
Yeah, but that was how it used to be.
That's how it used to be. Don't look for that. That is the reason it has logment there is because when you set up an account, it gives you a free shovel and male human, and it just generates them out of nothing.
Yep.
Now the important bit is you can see that he got 0.0123 TLM.
Yep.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, well that is 0.0056 wax. That's not much. And I'm like, well, no, it's not. But what you're going to do with this is you're going to save up your TLM. And I would advise, if you're listening to this in the future, is to buy 2 more shovels. They are ridiculously cheap on Atomic Hub. They're the cheapest tool.
So if we go back over here and we go to Alien Worlds instead of Pandas, make sure you click off of there. Alien Worlds is typically one of the first ones. And we are going to want a tool. Price lowest will automatically get you a shovel. It's literally 0.1 wax. Hello, Alien Worlds. That sound means it's time to mine again.
Now, Ash will be getting quite a lot
tick,
more
tick.
because she has 3 fancy drills.
Yes, I do.
You probably won't be getting those anytime soon if you're just sticking with this for free.
Yep.
Because they currently cost $15.
Yeah. But you can get another shovel for 0.1 wax instead.
Yep.
Which you can get fairly quickly, actually, on Alien Worlds. You can actually mine that up fairly quickly.
Yes. Now, that will double your mining capacity, and then when you're able to save up for a 3rd shovel, that'll triple it.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I recommend that you convert all your TLM from that point into wax.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it after every transaction, because every time you convert, that takes up CPU.
Yep.
But wait till you have a decent amount.
Mm-hmm.
Take half of your TLM, stake it to your CPU, so you can do more transactions.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other half you can reinvest into pandas, which means you can buy more slots, you can buy a weapon, you can do all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm. And the way
There's
that you...
armor that's coming in a future update.
Oh, yeah. So, what...
And then...
Mm-hmm.
And then this is just how you build your portfolio. You do some mining, you run your pandas, and you just reinvest as you go.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the cool thing about this being all blockchain is that, yeah, you're spending everything you're gaining, but you're reinvesting into your gaming portfolio. Because at any point, if you're like, you know, this isn't for me, I'm done, you can take all that and sell it on Atomic Hub, sell the wax, and cash out.
The easiest way to do that is to actually go to your wallet here, and you can go from your inventory, and you can do it right there. So, like, if for whatever silly reason I did not want this hammer, I could list it on the market. I forgot that I actually have this hammer that I'd meant to attach to my panda earlier. But yeah, so I could go ahead and list it on the market, and it'll actually show you, you know, comparative prices, and it does show you Atomic Hub's fee. Atomic Hub has a fee of 2%. So you can also see, you know, suggested price, lowest price at the moment. So for right now, because things are so fluctuating right now, the lowest price is actually higher than the suggested price by a good chunk. But yeah, there's also an auction option, but I've never looked into that, so I've only looked at the sale option.
I've never found the auctions helpful.
Yep, so I have all that food and stuff, but yeah. So you can also see that's how much wax that I have put into the game. That's how much that I have bought and sold. Or sorry, that is how much I have bought on Atomic Hub, I guess. Because I bought a couple of packs and things during sales.
Yep.
I was like, how in the world is it that high? And then I've sold...
Yeah, that is not specific to your panda.
No, it is not. But, and then this is how much that I personally have sold from putting stuff on sale at the market. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And if you're ever wanting to look me up, there is my wallet address. Feel free to see what I've got going on.
Yep. He is dkmbw.wham.
Yeah.
Currently, your RAM is at 88%. Sir, you need to buy some more RAM.
No, I need to get rid of some cola box.
That's fair. That is fair.
Stupid RAM eaters.
Yeah, that's the problem with the simple assets, though. Remember how we talked about the simple market earlier being a pain? Yeah, don't bother with it.
Yeah, it's a RAM hog. Don't go into it.
Yep. But you can see everything that he's done. Like, he apparently sold or bought something on the marketplace. Oh no, this is when you sent it to Price. You did buy something, though.
I'm sure I did. I'm not sure when, though. Oh, yeah, I bought some shovels to send over to him.
Ah, okay. But you can see all of that sort of stuff. You can see, okay, he put that much onto Atomic or on Atomic Hub, yes. And I guess that's where the purchase went through. Then you actually received your token, and then he sent one over to our friend Price. And you can actually see that. You can see everything. And what's kind of cool is you can send to and from each other. So you can either do it on Atomic Hub or you can do it on Wax Blocks. I like doing it on Atomic Hub. It's a little bit easier. So if I go here to my inventory, I believe I can go to more and I can transfer. And if I wanted to send this, I could just type in dkmbw.wham. Don't forget the .wham. And then I could leave him a little note, like, I love you, or something like that. Or, here's your hammer. And then I could just send the transfer. I'm not going to because I do want to actually use this. But, but yeah, it's as simple as doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, I mean, at this point, does anybody have thoughts or questions? I know there's only 4 of you guys. And I think I'm one of those 4, so I think it's just...
And that's okay.
Whoever's out there, if you want to ask something, go ahead.
Hi, Unison.
How's it going, Unison? Has this interested you at all, Unison? Or is this just completely over your head and you're like, I have no idea what's going on?
And that's okay. That's okay, Unison. You don't have to get everything. You can also go back and rewatch part of the stream, and that may help. Because we went through how to set up a wax wallet and everything with this as well. So we've even talked about buying and selling. So right now I'm about to mine in 52 more seconds. I'm about to mine up some more TLM. And then what I will do is I'll go ahead and sell it on Alcor so you guys can actually see it. I'm very dumb-minded, so yeah, I think I'll just stick to drawing. Oh, you are not dumb, Unison. I promise you that, my friend. You are not dumb. Very much the opposite.
This is a lot of information thrown at people very quickly.
Yes.
Once you start playing around with it, it starts to make a lot more sense. It really does.
Yep. Once you get past the beginning section of the wax wallet and I have that all set up, I actually have a separate video that's only, what, 20 total minutes long, explaining
going over NFT Panda.
And every little nuance about it, really, except for crafting, as of late. So crafting is another video that's like maybe 10 minutes long. But yeah.
No. I think that's all we had for...
I'm too young for this.
You know,
yeah,
we showed you
Carlos.
how to set up your wallet, how to get into NFT Panda.
Yep.
How to stake.
Okay.
Where to get more. There are a ton of projects you can always look into.
And we...
You know, Carlos, you can always talk to your parents about setting this up.
So after that mine, I now have 1.503 TLM. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to a market trade. I'm going to be silly and I'm going to hit the little folder here and that automatically puts it at its max amount. And just to make sure that it actually did it, I'm going to throw it at 100% just because I'm, you know, over the top, want to make sure I have every bit of TLM taken up. And then I'm going to hit sell TLM. Okay, it automatically sells it, no big deal. That little shrill sound that goes off in my ears always gives me the willies when I wear my headphones. Now, you may notice I still have 0.0001 TLM left. I never quite understand why they do that, because sometimes they take the full amount. Like with with K-Bucks and stuff, they sometimes take the full amount and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they leave that little bit left.
It has to do with the rounding.
Gotcha. But now I have that extra bit of wax. And we could actually go and see it if I go back to wax.blocks.io, which is that one for me. If I come up here to where it says login at the top, if I click on that, you see this is my account. It says it's active. Sometimes it still makes you, you know, double check that it's actually you active. It likes to do that every single time I open this thing. And then you go to view account, and I can see my own account here. So there's my total wax. There's my total approximation in USD. I'm sitting at about 120 bucks. As far as, I think that's... Is that total what I have? No? Oh, that's between all the tokens, I think. Because I still have some of the BAM and all that.
That includes your staked tokens.
Ah, that's right. And I've got a ton staked into CPU. I can show you guys here. Actually, let's do that. I'll show you guys my resources once it reloads. So 24.38 approximately wax is what I'm sitting on. And then I have over here, I have 230 wax staked to CPU. Because I'm crazy. Yeah, my net,
I had over
I have
700.
I have less than 1 wax staked on net, and it's only at 8%. So, is this like
Actually,
Bitcoin? In a way, yes. In a way,
it's a
yes.
cryptocurrency like Bitcoin.
Yes.
Now, while we're on the Wax Cloud Wallet, there is one thing we should show people.
What is that?
So if you close out of that, you're going to want to go to staking rewards.
Okay, over here?
No, other side.
Honey.
There you go.
Okay, you're behind. Are you?
Sorry, I'm on the,
I was about to say,
on the laptop. I should switch over to the phone.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have not claimed in a long time, man.
I forget that I can do that.
Yeah, so what this is when you have tokens staked, you actually earn brand new wax tokens. So even though you have your tokens locked up to pay for your CPU, they're actually earning you more wax.
Which I totally forget about being a thing.
Yep. So how it works is, for example, Price and Ryan won't get any rewards until they start staking their own, because I staked it to their account from my account.
Mm-hmm.
Once they start staking, they'll start earning this. It's not a high percentage. Ash hasn't claimed in a very long time.
No, probably 3 or 4 months at minimum.
Yeah, so for you to start earning rewards, you're going to have to vote. So normally you just want to select a proxy. I like doing blocks.io because they have that free block explorer that we were looking up and stocking people's accounts. It's the third option.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just hit vote, and then as long as you claim your earnings once every week, you keep your full voting power. And then you hit claim earnings.
Yep. And so now back to 0, but my wax should fluctuate. Should be.
Well,
it didn't.
Nope, that doesn't go into your wax balance. It splits it half and half. And then it goes half onto your CPU and half onto your net.
Yeah, you can actually see here, it went from 230 wax up to 231. And this one went from like 0.7 to 1.4. And so you drop that to daggum 4%.
Yeah. Also, Carlos, you can show your older cousin this. And again, anybody watching in the future, as long as we have pandas and we can keep wax in our sponsorship fund, I'm calling it, we will stake wax to your account and give you a panda as long as you use our referral link.
Yep. You have to make sure though that you use the panda referral link that is both in the description and if you're watching the chat, ! Panda referral.
Yep.
That is also to the same link. And we know it works, unlike that one time, because we had both Price and Ryan use it. So we know it works, which I don't understand why that one didn't work. That's so dumb. But anyway.
I know. Anyway,
that's another matter for another day. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else? Any other questions anybody has? Because
we had 2 people join us. We're up to 6. So anybody out there, anybody with a question, confused on what this is, or interested.
Mm-hmm. And this is an ongoing conversation that is, you know, if you want to message us in just in my general in Discord, perfectly fine. Just say, hey, I have a question about, and then just tell us if it's NFT Panda, about alien worlds, or just wax. You know, we will be free to answer you guys. We may not get back to you immediately, depending on the time of the day, be it work schedules and whatnot, but we will try our best to get back to you as soon as we see it. Okay? And same with DMs as well. More than likely, Masonator's not going to see it unless he's pinged. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that. So, if you want to specifically talk to Masonator, make sure you ping him. And honestly, make sure you ping me. Because that's...
Or DM me.
It's easier for me to notice it too. I'm the sort of person who likes to clear out notifications, like all of them. So I always make sure mine's zeroed out as much as possible. So I do notice if I have a number versus a little red dot.
The fifth on that one too.
I'm not going to even talk about you on that. That's fine, Unison. Just like I said, just please, if you wouldn't mind, use the referral code and we will get you hooked up. Whenever you do decide to participate in this, just send us a message. Probably my Discord is the easiest way, or to do a DM to one of us with your Wax wallet address, which you'll be able to find right here. So like mine is v5qco.wham. This is my personal one, not the same one that we built earlier in the stream, but that's okay. This is mine. So you can send that, just put it in the chat, and we will get you hooked up. Okay? Hello, Alien World. It likes to spook me if I'm not prepared. And see, Alien Worlds pops up a whole lot more often for me because I've got a very small cooldown compared to what Masonator has you guys who have started with us hooked up with. Might think about it? Okay, cool. One thing, Wax can be converted to USD, but you do not have to. Or whatever, I guess, pounds and whatnot would be the equivalents for Klepto and for Ryan. Or euros. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I know Bittrex works in the US. I don't know about in the UK and the European Union and other parts of the world.
Mm-hmm.
You may have to find another one, but just start looking up Wax P exchanges and... Or let us know what country you're in, and we'll do our best to find where you can trade it in for.
Like, our friend Piri was in here earlier. He's actually this panda right here. He's one of the mods, actually, for Panda World, for NFT Panda. And he's actually from Brazil, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he may have a different, converter? Words are hard. than Bittrex. But yeah, I was just about to say, did we forget I'm in the same country? No, Unison, we were just using that as an opportunity to say, hey, this is a thing that may be a problem, because Ryan is from the UK. I see no problem with having multiple pings. What do you mean by that, Carlos?
Carlos, I bet you don't have as many pings as I have right now.
No. I don't think anybody has as many pings as you do.
I'm at 3,711.
Oh, so it's 3,000.
It is 3,000.
We couldn't tell if it was a 3 or an 8. That would have just been worse.
With the ones, it moved. It's definitely a 3.
Okay, good. I mean, not that that's any better, but still. But yeah.
Give it time.
So in another almost hour, I can go ahead and run some pandas on another adventure. I can also, continue to mine on alien worlds. Now, however, at some point, we can actually look at this right now, see what we're kind of sitting at right now as far as percentage-wise. I'm at 64% CPU. If that hits 100 or more, it will not let you do anything else until that number goes down, which those numbers refresh every 24 hours. So there is going to be some fluctuation.
Unison's got me topped.
Klepto's got you topped.
I just saw that too.
Oh gosh. I know, it was figured out about halfway through that spiel.
And you thought
You
I
mean
was bad.
spiel? Like, spiel? I can't even say it. I can't even say the words. Ash is broken, guys. I don't care. I know, but I have a lot of free time at the moment, but it can change in the future. That's fair. That is fair. That is also fair, Unison. That's why those, like, I see one from Kevin's, I see one in the arcade, which I think are both Kevin's stream, actually, because I get notifications from both of them, even if I do suppress all spiel. I make up words. There you go. Well, Spiel is a Pokemon. He's a very cute little round rolly Pokemon. But yeah. Does anybody else have any questions about any of this stuff?
Yeah, we've been live for 2 hours, so this has been a good...
It didn't feel like it was 2 hours already.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
Actually, do we want to craft another weapon?
Sure, why not?
Okay. I take it Klepto did not win the wind stick earlier, did he? That's
I'm pretty sure he
how to
would've
spell
told
and
us.
teach English to foreign kids. You have a question? What's up, Joseph?
What's your question?
We are down for answering questions. Absolutely. I will say this. Though they do not matter now, I do have a list of which type of panda can have which weapon. And I actually have them listed by my specific pandas on this sheet of paper, so that way I know exactly what I need for each panda. I want to gift you a panda. Oh, that's sweet. That's really sweet of you, Joseph. You don't have to, though. We're actually giving away common pandas. Wait, what? You don't have to give me a rare. I really appreciate that, though. Oh my goodness. I don't think I
really appreciate the thought, though.
Absolutely. I don't think I've actually seen a Nivelline? Nivelline? I don't think I've actually seen that one. Is that one in your list here? It is.
Should be.
Oh, it's the Fire Priest. That is cool. Medium-sized investor in this project? Oh, wow. That's awesome, bro.
How many mythics are you sitting on? I'm curious.
How many mythics are you sitting on? Oh my gosh. 6 epics and 8 rares.
Dang.
Oh, that's extremely impressive. I mean, I currently have 2 uncommons and I'm happy about it.
I got 2 epics that I got out of a pack that I managed to get at the last sale at the drop.
Yeah. Which I'm... It was
yes,
so...
he does. Yes, he does.
Yes, he does have you outmatched there, but it was so funny because I was just like, "Oh, that's so cool," and he's like, "Hands off, woman! I'm keeping my epics." Oh goodness, that is so cool, friend. I appreciate you bringing awareness. I want to gift you. Oh, I appreciate that, friend. I will add him right now. Well, as soon as I can with the slots. I don't have quite enough to either buy a new slot, and I've got another 53 minutes before I can take... I'd probably take Axel out, because he's my lowest. Yes, he does. I haven't had a Fire Priest. Let me actually look. Let me pull up my full list here, because this is my list of what I currently have. Let's see. A priest uses a slingshot, a dagger, and a bow. Ooh. It's V5. Yeah, it's the number 5. So if you look here, V5 QCO.
It looks like an S. The font's a bit...
Yeah, that is one thing. You have to be careful with the fonts on NFT Panda sometimes because, like, it's super fun to look at. But, like, when I've been reading some of these things... what's funny is anytime I read feed the hero, I don't read it as hero. I read it as herd, which makes it funnier to me because you're feeding the herd of pandas. Though actually, this is actually hilarious. I'm curious if anybody actually knows what the answer to this is. But does anybody know what a group of pandas is called?
I do.
Yes, you do, because I told you.
That's fair. That is fair.
You should have a weapon for him also? Do I? Oh, wait, the hammer? Can he use the hammer? Slingshot, dagger, and bow. I do not. Yeah, Klepto does as well. No, I thought you had a slingshot. I do not. No, I have 2 fire hammers. A pod? No, those are peas. I have the dagger spare. Oh, you do? We can sort that out. That's fair. If not, I was probably actually going to craft a fire bow. Because I just want to be extra. I don't know why I thought of dolphins. Are dolphins pods too? That's cool. I know it's a school of fish. It's a parliament of owls. Obviously puppy pack. Hi. That's also an option. Yeah. Because right now, yeah, actually everybody except the slot that Axel is in, everyone has a weapon. Now, the Ike, or however you say it, doesn't have one that matches. It's got a water stick, which it can't use, but that's okay. Group of dolphins is called a pod. Okay. This is hilarious, though. A group of pandas... It's asking me to send email or Twitter. Are you sending it through Atomic Hub? Because you can just trade it to me or transfer it. So if you go to your inventory, like for example, if I click on the hammer here, if I go to transfer, I can just put in somebody's address, like DKMBW is Masonator.wham, and I can put the memo and I can send it just like that. You can also do it on the wax.blocks.io. It's a little funky sometimes trying to do it. So like if I come over here to my NFTs, like you should be able to see them. They don't like to load up sometimes. But you can come up here to wallet instead. And you can go tokens or transfer NFTs. And you can do the same thing. But it's not saying that I have NFTs owned at the moment for whatever stinking reason. Who knows? But yeah. What's my time at? 5 minutes? I hate that I don't know this and I'm an animal nerd. I feel like I've heard this answer somewhere. I'm gonna feel really dumb when I find out, huh? Honey. A group of pandas is called... What's it called, Masonator?
An embarrassment.
I love it. It is the silliest thing ever. But it's so good at the same time. Oh my gosh. I absolutely love it. It's so just dorky, and I'm just like... Because if you've ever watched pandas, like, just rolling around having a good time, they are definitely embarrassing. Because they'll just slip and, you know, it's just so cute, though, because they're just big fluff balls. Sorry, can you tell I actually really like pandas? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I really like pandas, like, in general. Foxes are my favorite animals, but due to this game, pandas are quickly climbing the list. Foxes and doggos at the top. Pandas getting up there. Oh,
do you know what a group of turtles is called.
Ooh.
This is the only one I know off the top of my head.
The group of turtles. No, I do not.
Turtles. It's a bale.
A bale. Interesting.
A bale of turtles.
Wait, am I actually being bamboozled? Yes, it is. Look it up. I literally here. Here, we're gonna just type in group of pandas is called an embarrassment. Can you explain how to gift on Atomic? Okay, so if you go to Atomic Hub, so if you come over to your name and go to your inventory, so it has to be your panda or your weapon or whatever like that, or food, for example. Click on where it says more here and go to transfer. You can also do new trade. Like the other day, I traded weapons with a guy in the Panda Discord because he wanted a weapon that I had and I didn't care one way or the other. I couldn't use the one that I had. So, and then you just type in the recipient's name. In the case of me, it's v5qco.wham. If I were to try to send this to Masonator, it would be dkmbw.wham instead. Is a dropping of ducks?
A dropping of ducks.
A waddle of penguins? Are you serious? That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then after you type in the name, you have to include some form of memo. It doesn't like you to not. And then you just hit send transfer. That's all. A whoop of gorillas? What on earth?
So Joseph, are you involved in any projects other than NFT Panda on Wax?
Raft of otters? Okay, that's cool. Considering how they sleep? Oh, otters are so cute.
Otters are horrible, I'm not gonna lie.
But they sleep arm in arm so that they don't float away from each other. Isn't that so cute?
Yeah, it is. Till you learn other things about otters, and then you're like, I hate otters now.
Yeah. I mean,
a lot of the favorite animal.
A lot of the animal kingdom is that way. So, what is your favorite animal now? If it's not an otter, I am logged in. That was weird. The troubling of goldfish. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I've been very fond of those little red pandas.
Yes, they look like foxes, but they're fluffier.
Yep.
Here we go. Red panda. Please tell me that one of their updates, like when they release some more pandas, is going to actually be a red panda. The funniest thing about red pandas is that their most related relative, like closely related relative, do you know what it is? It's a raccoon. So it's not even a fox and it's not even a panda. It's a raccoon. What is a group of pugs called? I mean, other than a pack? I don't know. What are they called? One of the other bassoon's favorite animals is otter. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do love red pandas, though. They're so fluffy. Yeah, they're in the raccoon family. They're more related to raccoons than they are anything else. A grumble of pugs! Or grumble, excuse me. A grumble of pugs. I love that. I love that. Okay. Panda scent. Okay. Let's see if we got it. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, friend. That's huge.
Yes.
That is
Thank
absolutely massive. The second that this resting time is up, I'm going to swap out Axel for him. So thank you. I would try to unlock a 7th slot rather than upgrade. Okay. That's fair. You know, how much... That's not the right thing. Alcor. Let's come to the market really quickly. According to... You can, scroll for days. Actually, I have some CPR I can sell. I think I have some currently. I have 20 CPR I can sell. Yeah. So I'm going to sell some of that.
Are you in the NFT Panda Discord?
I'm curious how you found this stream if you're not.
Yeah.
Thank you again so much, friend. You did not have to do that. I very much appreciate that, friend. And for context for some of our newbies over here, if you go here to the market, pandas, you can all see this. Not pandas, panda. You can all see this. It's public information. I searched on YouTube. Oh, really? That's awesome.
Really? That's awesome.
We'll go to price lowest so you guys can see the lowest pricing of these. And then we're going to go to the rarity filter down here. And we're going to go to rare because that's what he sent me. The lowest price rare right now is selling for 87 wax or about $40. So he sent me a very... You're kidding, Joseph. Wait. If that's the case, are you one of my referrals? If so, which one are you? Wait, are you the mysterious PWX? Hold on, who sent me this? Because I can actually see the account. That is one thing. Whenever somebody sends you stuff, that is also recorded onto your... Oh, I got something from Sammy Snake. Hi. No. Your glc.q.c. Okay. No, it's okay. we have a mysterious guy that we're not entirely sure who he is. So we've been trying to figure it out, which is kind of funny. No, but still, bro, I appreciate you because you just did something huge for me and you did not have to do that whatsoever. I kind of feel... Who are you talking to? Sorry, I'm talking to Joseph. Are you not on live chat, Unison? But yeah. You did not have to do that. I will add this into our usual spiel. That's fair. That's fair, Club. I will add this to our usual spiel about donations and stuff. Never required, always appreciated. And as always, the tagline is make sure you can afford your own tacos. I stole that from Lynn's and I will use that for forever. Though, I guess Masonator, you'd probably say make sure you can afford your own pizza.
I do.
You would probably say that.
There's the link to the NFT Panda Discord.
Yes.
We got some good people in there. It's pretty lively. They do giveaways and all that stuff.
Yep, so that is the NFT Panda Discord. There are a lot of people in there, so if you're not wanting to get pinged all the time, you might want to mute some channels. But the channels that you're going to want to keep open are like I think it's the free chat is the one where he posts a lot of the like when he's going to go live and do giveaways and things like that. And Peary so far has been the one to do, I think, all of those, if not, I think most, if not all. This in the larger crypto market. Oh, neat. A few trades go on as well. That is true. Actually, one of the guys from that server reached out to me the other day after one of Peary's streams and asked, hey, you have the weapon that I've been begging for. Can I please trade you for it? Oh, geez, another Discord. If it was me, I would say make sure you can afford your own wings. Ah, see, I like boneless wings preferred. A little less hassle until the admins add the proper channels to it. That's fair. I bought $500 worth of wax.
Good.
Oh, bro. I'm going to go ahead and commend you because think about it this way, folks. $500 at 10 cents. I'm going to open up Bittrex so we can see exactly how much wax is selling for at the moment. I like bone-in, but boneless is also good. Boneless are glorified chicken nuggets, but I'm okay with it. So, come on, camera. Wax is currently selling at 46 cents. Almost 47 cents. Let's do some math here, folks. So, if we're at 40, it's 0.467. So, that'd be, you know, about 4.67 times as much, right? Am I doing my math there correctly? Is what he started with? He made about $2,000. He made almost $2,000 just if he had just let it sit there from then to now. Isn't that insane? Boneless is chicken nuggets with flavor. Amen to that. Pasta and pizza's my things. Absolutely. But I didn't sell my wax and put it all into this game. Wow. Dang, bro. You are dedicated and I appreciate you. Because you put in the work for it, my friend. You really did. You really did. So, absolutely commendable work, my friend. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. See, you are the person that we aspire to be. Because I don't know if that's luck, if that's skill, if that's a combination thereof, but you did it, dang it. Oh my gosh. All right, does anybody else have any questions or anything like that? Or comments, concerns, other things? Luck is a skill. You know, fair. Especially if we're talking Persona. It actually is a skill in Persona, so yeah. Okay. Okay. Masonator, do you have anything else that you wanted to talk about? Or, you know, anything you wanted to look at?
No, I think we're good for now. We've been live for almost 2.5 hours.
And I've been doing the potty dance for at least the last 30 minutes.
Well, we'll do a quick outro. Joseph, I don't know how much you're into the wax. Do you have any questions? Because it didn't seem like you're that familiar with the topic. Feel free to DM me. I've been
Absolutely.
in it quite a bit and researching.
Yep.
If you ever have any questions.
And I'm available as well. I'm probably more likely to actually respond quickly, but he'll have the right answers. I invested in Wax Gala and Engine because it's not just one game, but each one has a bunch of games using the same token. Interesting. VGC teams that are built
I'm
around
not on the Gala or Engine train yet. I've just been focusing primarily on Wax.
I've never even heard of the other two, so I assume they're just another blockchain, right?
Yep.
Okay. But yeah. Excuse me. So if there are no more questions or anything like that, and you don't have anything else, Wax, then Gala, then Engine? Okay. So prefer Wax over both of the other two. Okay.
Do those two have transaction fees?
Yeah, that is one thing that is a little different about Wax, is there are no individual transaction fees. Which is nice. I just love the music. They have other themes, but this is like the main theme that plays all the time. Gala, no. Okay, that's good. So I wonder.
Okay. I'm gonna have to check that out sometime then.
I wonder if it's got a staking system similar to Wax then. Engine, yes. Gotcha. Okay. Well, on that note, we've got 5 people in here. Do we want to go on a raid or no?
No, let's just pass.
Okay.
Tonight.
Well, that being said, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We hope we get to do something similar to this again in the future, be it, you know, another stream. I'll be doing more NFT Panda videos as, you know, things appear, if we just want to do some crafting, that sort of stuff. Actually, do we want to craft, or I can save that for another day? We can do that another day.
Yeah, let's save that for another stream.
Okay.
You have a nice night, Joseph.
Yes.
I will see you around.
Yes. Have a good night, everybody. Love you all. Bye.
Bye.